See, here is the first problem. A Rankine half body is formed as shown in figure 1. For the conditions given, compute the source strength in meter square per second, the distance A, the distance h, and the total velocity at point A. So is the problem visible to all of you? See, here is
Yes, sir.
there is a half body. So this is the half body. This is x-axis, and there is a uniform flow of 7 meters per second. And there is a source at this point, which is at a distance A from the nose, from this point. Okay. And you are given 2 points A and B. Okay. The coordinates of point B are 0 and 3. That is, from here it is 0. This is the origin. Sorry. Y is equal to 3 and x is equal to 0. That means this is the origin. Okay. The coordinate of this point is x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is 3. That means the origin is at the source. So the source is located at this point. And you are given another point A, which is at a distance 4 meters from the origin. And this particular point is 0. So y is equal to 0 here. At this point, not at A. At A, if I want to write the coordinates at A, the coordinates at A are 0, sorry. The coordinates here are 4 and h. This is 4 and this is h. This is 0 and 3. The strength of the source is M. And it is given that U is equal to 7. So you are supposed to find M. And you are also required to find A and this H. A and H. Okay. So because the basic flows are uniform flow and sink. So now what we'll do is the vertical distance above the origin is a known multiple of source strength M and the distance A. See, the expression for H see this this value, sorry, this value will be dependent on M as well as A. Now what we know is this is a combination of uniform flow and a source. So now what we do is we consider the cylindrical coordinates. So in cylindrical coordinates, the stream function for uniform flow is UR, and the stream function for source is M theta. So the same thing when Cartesian coordinates, psi xy is equal to uy plus m tan inverse y by x. Okay. Now you recall the expression for half body width at any point is given by this expression. This is the expression which we have derived. You can refer back to your notes where h is the half body width at any point. If I am considering a point here, this will be h. If I am considering a point here, this is h. If I am considering a point here, this is h. So this is the expression for h. H is equal to m by u pi minus theta dash, where theta dash is the angle made by the point in clockwise direction. Suppose I take a point here. This angle is theta dash or theta, whatever it is. Okay, where theta dash is the angle made by the point. This is the point. With the direction of x-axis. This is x-axis. And in clockwise direction. In clockwise direction. So this is one thing we have. So this is one equation we have. Then we know that this point is a stagnation point, because this is the half body, the flow is coming. So this distance, according to our notation, it is RS. It is R suffix S, the radius. At any other point, the radius is R. This is R and this is, so here it is RS. Now we know that at the stagnation point, RS is equal to M by U. So these two equations, two relationships we are going to use for solving this simple problem. Okay. Now is the thing clear to you, all of you? Come on, respond. Now at point B, what is H? It is 3 meters. The x coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate is 3 meters. So at point B, H is equal to 3 meters. And what is theta dash here? Theta dash is the angle this angle is what is this angle? This angle is
theta.
what is that value? (90°). That is pi by 2. Pi by 2. So let us use that equation 1. What is that equation 1? This is equation 1. H is equal to m by u pi minus theta dash. So if I substitute for theta dash pi by 2, this will become H is equal to m by u into pi minus pi by 2, that is pi by 2. So H is equal to m by u pi by 2. But H is equal to 3. H is equal to 3 and u is equal to 7. So if you substitute these two, you will get m. You will get m. Right? Then we will use the second equation. That is this one. Rs is equal to m by u. So at this point, what is Rs? What is its value now?
Yes, sir.
So Rs is equal to A. So substitute. A is equal to Rs is equal to A is equal to m divided by u. And m is this value. And u is equal to this value. So if you substitute, you will get A is equal to 1.91 meters. Now, we have solved 2 points. One is we have got the value of m, which is asked, and then we have got the value of A. Now we are supposed to find out the value H. So for determining the value of H, I will take the general expression now for R. This is the general expression for R. So this is R. This is theta or theta dash, it doesn't matter. Okay. So now look at this particular triangle. So in this triangle, this is unknown H, this is R, this is theta. So at point A, what I can write? Because this is the angle theta. So cos theta is equal to what is cos theta? Cos theta is, this is 4 adjacent side by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is R. So RA. So this is RA. So therefore RA is equal to 4 by cos theta. So now you substitute the known values. This is 4 by cos theta is equal to M 13.36 U 7 by pi minus theta. So this is what you have. Pi minus theta divided by 4 by cos theta. Right? Now, in this equation, what you have? 13.36 into pi minus theta (13.36 into pi minus theta by 7 sin theta is equal to 4 by cos theta. Now here there is a problem. So if you solve this equation, actually here the things are jumbled. Actually this here you have to solve, it is not written there. So this equation is to be solved. Now how you solve this equation? I will show you. I will show how to solve such equations. So this is what you get. See, that equation, actually 13.36, I have written as 13.4. So you have to solve this equation. How to solve this equation? So this equation can be solved I don't know where it is, but I will show you. See, this is how we have to solve this. Whenever we are having such equations, those equations are called as transcendental equations. You cannot directly solve them. There is no closed form solution. So what you do is, you divide this into two parts. You divide this into two parts. What you can write is, if I take this other side and bring this here, you will get the equation as 13.4 divided by 28. So 13.4 13.4 divided by 28. I will increase the font. Into phi minus theta. So 13.4 divided by is equal to and theta. So this is 13.4 divided by 28. Pi minus theta is equal to tan theta. Now I will consider two equations. Y is equal to and y is equal to so what I have done is I have taken this is the equation 1 I will call and this I will call as equation 2. So now I am having two equations. So y is equal to something into pi minus theta and y is equal to tan theta. So what I have to do is draw graphs. I will call this as y1 and this as y2. So draw graphs y1 versus theta. And y2 versus again theta. So I have to draw two graphs. That is what I have done. So here you can see. Now I have started with some value of theta, 0 to some 85. Because I have the Excel sheet, it is convenient. But otherwise what you have to do is, you have to only know in what range the actual answer will come. So normally in examinations, such things will not be given. But if they are given, you should be prepared, because you have your calculators and it can be done without much difficulty. It may take about 15 to 20 minutes maximum. So if it is a full question, normally such questions will be given as full questions. So in 5 minutes you can do the remaining part, and in 15 minutes you can solve such equations. Okay. So now what I have done here is, just to illustrate for you, I have taken 0 to 85. In fact, I need not take, because normally when we consider tan theta value, it will reach infinity at theta is equal to 90 degrees. So you can start normally from somewhere between 15 degrees to 50 degrees. So first have a rough estimate, and then, so you need not do it in the Excel sheet, in the examination. In the examination, you can calculate take different values of theta, calculate y1. Similarly, take the same values of theta and corresponding y2. You compare these two. So these two must give you same value. So here the procedure I have done is, I have taken theta and converted into radians, and this is y1. Y1 is, you can see here, this is the first expression, 13.6 by 28 into pi minus theta. So, and this is tan theta. So what I have done is, first I have drawn a graph. This graph I have drawn. I have generated this graph. See, 0 to 85 I have taken, or 0 to 80 I have taken. So 0 to 80 I have taken. So when I have drawn two lines, I got the intersection point here. So this indicates me that the value of theta is between 40 and 50. So as the next trial, what I have done is, I have taken 45 and 50, because I got between 45 and 50. So from 45 to 50 I have drawn. So this one. So this is the graph. Now here further I have refined by looking at this. It is between 47 and 48. 47 and 48. So what I have done next is, I have further used. So 47 to 49. So I got exactly at this particular point, 47.8. You can see at 47.8, the two functions are almost same, 47.8. You can further also refine, but it is not necessary. So therefore, theta is equal to 47.8 degrees. That is what we get. Now, so now what you do is use the value of theta as 47.8 and then so your value of theta is equal to, the answer is theta is equal to 47.8. So if I use this value of theta, I will get R is equal to, this R is equal to 4 by cos theta. So I will get the value of RA RA as 5.95 meters. So that is how we got theta now. The next part is to calculate the resultant velocity. Now the resultant velocity at this point if I say it is VA, this velocity will be, this is the expression for, general expression for velocity. This also we have derived. So substitute R is equal to 5.95. R is equal to 5.95 theta is equal to 47.8, M is equal to 13.36 and U is equal to 7. So if you substitute, you will get the answer BI is equal to 8.7 meters per second. Now, is this clear to all of you? Come on, respond.
Yes, sir.
Have you all noted the solution? Have you taken down the notes? Okay. See, this is the next problem. Find the resultant velocity vector induced at point A in figure 3 due to the combination of uniform stream, vortex, and line source. So here you have three flows. One is a uniform flow, the second is a vortex, and the third is a source. So this is one. This is two. And this is 3. So the velocity of uniform flow is given as 8 meters per second. This strength of vortex is given as 25 meters square per second, and that of the source as 15 meters per second. Now you are given a point A. So at this point, you are supposed to find out the velocity. What is the velocity here? So how to calculate this? So we must know the velocity at A. Velocity at A is the vectorial sum of the velocities due to these three contributing flow cases. So we will consider now if I consider this point as A, velocity due to this tree will be u meters per second, and it will be purely in x direction. This is point A. So this is the velocity due to uniform flow. Then you have sink. So the velocity due to sink will have the horizontal component and vertical component, u and v. So this is the expression for horizontal component, and this is the expression for the vertical component. So u is equal to mx by x square plus y square divided by, and v is equal to my by x square plus y square. And the resultant velocity will be square root of u square plus v square. So it is square root of u square plus v square. So if I find that, what it will be, u square plus v square will be m square x square by x square plus y square whole square. I will write here m square x square divided by x square plus y square whole square. And this is u square. V square will be m square y square divided by again this. So if you add these two, you will get m square outside here you will get x square plus y square divided by x square plus y square whole square. So cancelling x square plus y square, you will get this expression. And so you will be the resultant velocity v of sink. So v sink is equal to square root of this. So that is this. You just forget this. So here, what is m? Go to the problem. M is 15. M is 15. X is 2. Now you go back. Let us see what are the values of x and y. Now this is your point. This is your point. So this is your source. So this is x. So x is equal to 2. What is y? This is y. Y is equal to
1.5.
huh? Y is equal to -1 with respect to source we are discussing. So this distance is 2 and this is -1. Follow? What? Is it clear or out? Who said 1.5? Respond.
Sagar, roll number 15, sir.
So is it 1.5 or -1?
-1, sir.
So x is equal to 2 and y is equal to -1.
-1.
And m is equal to 15. So you substitute those values here. Actually, I have by mistake written 1.5. Is it 1.5 or 15? 15. So I will do it. Actually, one more mistake. So, substitute m is equal to 15, x is equal to 2, and y is equal to minus 1. So, you will get this value as 6.71. In fact, what you have to do is, you have to calculate u separately and v separately, because the angle which this velocity makes is theta is equal to, what is theta equal to? You are not at all following. When you have a velocity u like this and a velocity v like this, and if the resultant velocity is v, and if this angle is theta, this is fundamentals of resolutions. So v is equal to square root of
square plus r v square.
U square plus
V square.
V square.
and what is the angle theta? This you don't remember. A simple thing. Very, very fundamental point.
Tan inverse of
1 by x.
Tan inverse of
y by x.
Y by x.
V by
Huh?
U, sir. V by U, sir.
V by
that you must know. See, this is a silly point we should forget. So that is why you calculate u separately and v separately and substitute to get this v, which is this value, which I got it as and this is the angle. So this is what I have shown here. Right? Then, so we have got this one, and this one. Now the third one is vortex. So how to get the velocity due to vortex? See, if you have, let us go back to this figure. See, in this figure, your vortex is here and your desired point is here. So, now due to vortex, what will be the direction of velocity? What is the expression for the velocity due to a vortex flow? There are two terms, Vr and V theta. So what is Vr? And what is V theta? What are the expressions for VR and V theta? You don't remember. Vortex means the flow will be in circular path. So what will be the direction of flow?
Circle.
Huh?
Circle.
The velocity will be only in which direction?
V theta.
Flow direction, sir.
Huh?
V theta.
You should use the correct terminology. You should use the correct terminology.
Radial direction.
Radial direction means this is the radial direction. Will the flow take place like this? Huh?
Sir, anti-clockwise type.
Anti-clockwise, but what is that velocity known as?
Angular velocities.
No, it is not called angular velocity. Angular velocity means anything you can call as angular velocity. It is called as circumferential velocity or tangential velocity. It will be tangential to the radius. This is V theta. And what is VR?
Resultant velocity.
Radial velocity, sir.
Huh? What is
Radial
VR?
velocity, sir.
What is its value?
0.
Because the flow is tangential. So the radial component of velocity will be 0. And there will be only
Tangential velocity.
tangential component of velocity. So we have to use the expression for V theta. So velocity due to V theta is given by K by R. This is the expression for the tangential velocity. And in which direction will be that velocity? That will be tangential to, so it will be in this direction. So now what we have to do? We have to resolve this velocity or, okay, let me go back. So this velocity will be in this direction. So whatever value we calculate, it will be in this direction. So we have to calculate this angle. This angle we have to calculate. How do you calculate that angle? Simple trigonometry. This is your point K. And this is your point A. So you are your velocity will be 90 degrees to this. So you have to find
Pythagoras.
you can find this angle. This we know. Or we have to calculate. Or if I call this as some alpha, now what is this distance?
2.5, sir.
1 meter.
From here to here, it will be 2.5. So this is 2.5. And what is this value?
2 meters.
2 meters. So what is tan alpha?
One 1.25, sir.
Tan alpha
2.5 by 2. 2.5 by 2.
So alpha is equal to, you will get something tan inverse 2.5 by
2.
So this is alpha. So this angle and this angle are same. This is
51.3.
alpha. So it will be 38.7 degrees. Okay. So now you have, the problem is not over. Now you have 3 velocities. This is 1. This is 2. And this is 3. So, and their directions are given. So as a result of these 3 velocities, the resultant velocity will be something. You do not know which direction. Say for example like this. So you have to find. So this is V1. This is V2. And this is V3. So how do you find the velocity, resultant velocity?
Sum of
Again,
3
fundamental.
velocities.
If you add some of these 3
Three
velocities, will you get it? Huh? So if you add all the 3, what you will get? 6.71, 7.81, 8. So 8, 15, 21, 26.62 you will get. Is that correct? Huh?
Square root
How do you find the? Huh?
square root some
You have to find.
square root square
How you will find? All of you work it out and show me. I am giving 10 minutes time. I am giving you 10 minutes time. The answer is here. You should not take more than 10 minutes in your strength of materials or engineering mechanics. In fact, in your intermediate, you have done all these such problems. When you are given three values, three vectors, three directions, a resultant. And after completing your BTech, you will forget everything. Come on. I will be back within 10 minutes. Now your very small letters. Slightly increase it. Okay. You can divide it into two parts and then show me.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And then you have added all x components and all y components.
Yes, sir.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct. And angle, of course, tan inverse
Tan inverse
7.8
like
by
7.8.
7.88 by 8.1.
Yes, sir.
8.105. Correct.
Okay, sir. Sir, shall I close the screen share, sir?
Yes, you close.
And in negative direction minus 6.71 cos theta, sir, plus 8 is in neutral. Vy 7.81 into sin theta, sir, plus 6.71 sin theta. After that, Va is equal to square root of Vx square plus Vy square. And theta is equal to tan inverse of Vy by Vx.
It's
Is
not
it okay,
clear.
sir?
It's not clear. You do one thing. You may explain tomorrow. Let me complete this one. See, in one of the problems given, I think it is 4.1, I think, 4.1a. In the problems given to you, there are two parts. Yeah, 4.1a. If the y-axis represents a plane wall and a two-dimensional source is located at A0, show that the stream function for the resulting pattern is psi is equal to m tan inverse. There I have missed right typing m. M tan inverse 2xy by x square minus y square minus e square. Now actually this is a problem related to what is known as the images. Now when you have a plane wall or a boundary, and at some distance to that, if you have either a source or sink or vortex, whatever it is, the presence of this wall will interfere with the flow. So to get a resultant flow, what we have to do is exactly opposite to that source or sink, whatever it is, at the same distance, we have to place another source or sink and remove the wall and find the combined flow. So now what we'll do is, we'll do the same thing. So this wall is there and this is the sink that is given. So the flow will be as shown here. Now what I will do is, I will introduce an imaginary sink. It is called as image sink. At a distance b, at a point b, which is exactly same distance as that of this one. This distance is a, So exactly at the same distance A, I will consider another source, another sink. Is it source or sink? Let me see. The problem I have given. Sink there. So original source is here and an image source is here. So the expression for psi of source is m theta. So now what we will do is, we will consider any point P and we will write here is equal to m is there. I have, in my typing, I have missed that m. So we'll get the value of psi at this point due to this one as well as this one. So the expression, general expression for psi is m theta. So let me call this as RA and theta A. And this angle is theta B and this is RB. So now considering sinks, they are not sink sources. By mistake, I have typed sink. So sources at A, this is my point A, and this is my point B. So this distance is RA and this angle is theta A. So the expression for psi A is equal to m theta A. The general expression is m theta. In this case, this point P is making an angle theta A. So m theta A. And this value of psi at P due to a source at B will be m theta B. The strengths of these two sources is same, m. So this is combined flow. Psi will be m theta A plus m theta B. Now, if you look at this diagram, triangle, we have two triangles. This is one triangle and this is another triangle. So in these two triangles, what we can do is, I can say tan theta A is equal to, this is y. And what is this distance?
X minus A, sir.
See the coordinates of, it is x minus A. This is x minus A. So therefore, tan theta A is y by x minus a. Similarly, tan theta b will be this distance this is x
Plus.
and this is a. So the total distance is x plus a. So tan theta b is equal to same y divided by x plus a. So that is what we have written here. Tan theta a, tan theta b. So theta a is this tan inverse and theta b is tan inverse. So substitute these two here. So psi of combined flow is m tan inverse of y by x minus a plus tan inverse of y by x plus b. Now what is the relationship?
Tan A plus B.
Huh?
Tan A
Is it
plus B.
tan?
Sir.
What is
Tan A. Tan
don't
plus
jump to conclusions.
tan inverse of y.
Tan inverse
Tan
of
inverse
x.
of x plus
I
tan inverse of y.
I will do one thing. Tan, let me not use x because you will get confused. Tan inverse of I will use a plus tan inverse of what is the formula?
Tan inverse of a plus b by 1 minus ab.
Correct. So using this, you will get this, which is the answer. So have you all followed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What? Yes, sir. You are all do not know what are the fundamentals. Huh? Tan A plus B, you are saying. Somebody is saying tan A plus tan B, and somebody is saying tan A, tan B. You should be very clear in your fundamentals. Both trigonometry, calculus, you must know. Okay. For today, we'll close here. And tomorrow, I will take up this problem. Kelvin oval. And we'll also initiate one or two problems on your, no, we will discuss that rotating discs, rotating cylinders problems which I have given. So somebody might have tried, and those who have not tried, today night you work it out, and tomorrow you make presentation. So tomorrow the program is, first I will explain that Kelvin-Oval problem, and then you will be presenting those 3 problems which I have given. Okay, all of you can now give your attendance back and